Nuance with Nikki, the nitty gritty, even if it's pretty. This one is going to be a freestyle. It's only half planned. Okay, maybe 10 minutes of planning. And that is key. That is key. All right, folks. All right, folks. To the person who called me a moo-moo, this one is inspired by you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Moo-moo, hey? It's so original. Did you come up with that yourself? Both syllables. I'm sorry. The one syllable that you had to repeat. Okay. Fine. Guys, my job has become too easy. It's become too easy because I keep getting credit. I keep getting credit for Googling. Is it really that easy to get credit for other people's work? You see, there are people in my country, and I'm putting out my cigarette. Let me have my last bit of alcohol and then stand up in respect. This one is for you. This one is for you. The person that I call Mama, Gogo, Malume, Udadewethu. Hold on, let's make sure the screen is right. Udadewethu, Mfowethu, Me. The people from my country who helped raise a rainbow nation, who are the foundation of who we are, the children of Azania. You see, they reduce you. You are the people of the sky. You are the people of the crocodile, the people of the hippo, the people of the elephant, the people of the mountain. But the only word they know for you is when they reduce you to a color and a geographic location, which is black and South African. I don't mind it. Those are descriptors, but they don't capture the essence of who you are. And here I am being praised for being patriotic when all it takes is a 2-minute Google, guys. A 2-second Google. Your haters don't even give you the dignity of that. So here is Nikki doing something so easy. So easy, because I know why they're doing it. I understand now. They're jealous. Why would they not be? Why would they not be jealous of you? Let me just see here. Have a look, have a look. You see, the only thing difficult about singing your praises, my sister, is knowing where to start.
You're watching Miss South Africa 2024 and Sunbit Arena. We're feeling the heat, so thank you very much for all your energy. Do remember to keep socializing with us on social media and Twitter and Instagram at @official_Mrs.
You see, you can't help but be fabulous, beautiful, or inspiring. Inspiration runs off your tongue as you
1994 was a year full of hope, and I believe we have lived up to that very hope. It was also the very first time we crowned our queen in this new dispensation.
Yes, that's right, that's right. And you know what? Black South African women, the mothers of Mzansi, have never ever been guilty with their praise of others. So you think we're just going to sit here while when people are coming for them? Oh, no. Guys, I may be the granddaughter of black men and women, but it is not from the blackest part of me that I'm speaking. I'm speaking from the white side, okay? I'm speaking from the people who married them, who made beautiful children. Okay, the people who live with them and build with them. That's where I'm speaking from now. So call me what you want. Call me what you want. Call me a pink pig. I'll say oink oink. Call me a mongrel dog. I'll say woof woof. Okay, call me a B word. I'll handle it. But you're gonna sit here and enjoy the praise of black South Africans today, because the more you come for them, the more I'm gonna be ASPRIS. Ek gaan nou ASPRIS wees.
Of our wonderful country, that she is indeed the best of the very best. Don't forget to be part of all the action tonight.
When they run a pageant, they do better than Miss Universe herself. I know you can't help but enjoy.
Our finalists and, of course, the women of South Africa. Enjoy.
Her aura shifts, vibes and eyes the second she glides into the room. It's the subtle electricity of brilliance coupled with the audacity she exudes. The energetic signature of excellence that sings without a sound. Her wings, her essence, her burden, her blessing, her birthright is her crown. She elevates every space she enters. Woman mirrors God's creativity. Out of what she has been handed, she crafts a new reality. Before her, trees stand in admiration. Where she walks, rivers grow full. Beneath her skin, she grapples with what healing demands. Her mind is a compass pointing true north. She understands rhythms of change the way the sea hears the language of the moon. Like the cyclical nature of seasons, she is an evolving creation too. She is crowned at 5 years old, while in her mother's high heels, watching Miss South Africa in the living room. She is crowned crossing treacherous rivers daily just to get through primary school. A financial acrobat walking on wire from an RDP home to university. As she achieves degree after degree through black tax, gender wage gaps, neurodiversity, disabilities, flying like a lioness through fire to inspire her babies. To the women who hold up the sun in the war against GBV. To those who fled from predators at home because it was safer in the streets. To grown women carrying a little girl inside with broken glass for memories. To cycle enders and curse breakers. To the ones who have no animosity. From those who you inspire, who lack the words to tell you how. In their silence, hear invisible choirs clapping. Your isolation is your crown. They may ask why she is worthy of an honor so high that the heavens stare with curiosity at the mysteries of her design. How she moves with the fluidity of rain and the ferocity of steel. How she has endured everything she has been through and is still not afraid to feel. How she is crowned through high-functioning depression. How she is crowned through scorn and rejection for what exists between her thighs, or where her parents were born, or who she chooses to love, or the size of her body, her soul's adornment. If she lives here, if she loves here, she belongs, she is ours. From the birth of the universe to the breath of the newly born. From a history of carnage and strife to 30 years of this democracy hard won. From the chaos of today to a future she will mold. She is crowned by all that she has been. She is crowned by all that she will bring forth.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you thought that was all? You thought that was all? You thought I'm gonna stop there? At what, 9 minutes? You thought that's all I've got to offer you? You think it is just South African women, South African grown women, who can sing the praises of others like that? You think it's just them? Baby, our kids can do it too. Our kids can do it too. And yes, our black kids. What? What are you going to say? What are you going to say?
That dedication to unity will be an inspiration for generations to generations. For if the world was a human being, my country would be the heart. For greatness is born in South Africa.
my kids. Those are my kids. And that was my school. That advert, I didn't even plan that. So guys, you've just heard from the women. You just heard from Imbokodo. You've just heard from the kids. Oh, honey, you better open up the road. You better open up the road for the praise that is deserved here. Okay? You better vulindlela. Open up the road in your mind, step aside and stand, because you are in the presence of queens. You are in the presence of kings. You don't understand. Don't lie. You're feeling it and you're hoping I'm going to carry on. But I've got far too much to show you. You want to put hate? On a people this great? Let me tell you something. When the South African woman, the black South African woman, opens her mouth, the world stands in awe of the power of her voice.
Wait, everyone's done. Wait, you missed that. Everyone's just for Googling. Don't Google it yourself. Go Google it yourself. You can see all the videos. I'm not hiding them. I am not hiding them, but I need to translate it because I know you grew up with the song. I know you did. Okay, so no matter how much dung you throw at us, this song speaks of the dung beetle, which will make a road through whatever ish you throw at us. And whatever ish you throw at our black people, they've got it covered. But I've said enough about the women. For over a century, for centuries actually, plural, the enemies of black South Africans have gained, they've given respect to our kings. They've given respect to our kings.
Of the kingdom. I would like to share what the London Times wrote in response to his murder. We hear this morning from Durban of the death of one of the bravest of our former enemies, the Chief Sekhukhune. The news carries us back to the time when the name Sekhukhune was the name of dread, first to the Dutch and then to the English colonialists of Transvaal and Natal.
Right, and so King Sekhukhune had gained the respect of his enemies, gained the respect of those who would invade his kingdom. We hear this morning from Durban of the death of one of the bravest of one of our former enemies.
One of the bravest of one of our former enemies. They were heartbroken. Oh, they were heartbroken. That is South African men. Sorry, black South African men, because that's who you're coming for now. That's who you're coming for. But you know what? No matter how you guys try to dismiss the great things they do, be it being movers and shakers, record breakers, winners, world changers, okay? I don't just respect the greatness of black South Africans when they are famous and rich and all these things, which many of them are. I want to make it clear. I've made videos about that. But even in the small ways, the men and women that I live with every single day show greatness in increments. Increments. Those people you disrespect piecemeal can't help but embody the respect with which ugogo raised them, the queen of the family. Watch this interaction. There it is. That man not knowing that he would win that contest. He's more than just a pretty boy with a beautiful accent, okay? He is a gentleman of refinement. He's a gentleman of refinement, ladies and gentlemen, raised by South Africans. Oh, sorry. You're actually going out of your way to disrespect black South Africans? So raised by black South Africans. And in a moment where he had nothing to gain, small thing, he went in a beauty pageant. A doctor went and fixed another man's sash. Didn't make himself the center of attention. That is the kingship with which I was raised. That is how my great-grandfathers were. That's the integrity with which they raised me. But I told you I'm not here just to speak as the daughter of black people. I'm here to speak as the daughter of the white people who married them. I want to get under your skin. If you're mad, why? Why are you mad? Why are you angry? What are you angry about? What is it about me praising people and Googling that makes you angry? What have you got to reflect on? Maybe there's something you need to learn from the champions, from the winners that people stand in awe of, okay? Instead of hating, why aren't you celebrating? Why aren't you celebrating? Other people have the greatness to do that. Why are you not celebrating? Keep hating. That's my boy! My boy!
Proszę Państwa, tak piękna historia tworzy się na naszych oczach. Mr. Supranational 2024! Mr. South Africa! Wielkie brawa!
Why you gotta hate? Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know they're superhuman too? Why you gotta be so rude? If you hate them, I'ma praise them anyway. I've made many videos about how people have done great things, people that come from South Africa. I've even shown you evidence of that in this video. But it's the small things too. They show greatness in small ways. Because the oak comes from the acorn. The tree comes from the seed. And these little seeds of dignity and respect is what makes them great. Every single day, I am so blessed to be South African because this is the caliber of person that I live amongst.
A discourse of black people, for instance, do you notice little moments like this, or do you only nitpick what you consider to be negative?
Is in the country, but its constituency, it's usually Abelungu.
Yes.
And we've heard clips of Ugogo Helen Zille saying,
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Just, it's a slight moment, but if you're not culturally literate, if you're not listening, you don't catch moments like this. How did he refer to a patronizing woman such as Helen Zille?
Yes.
and we've heard clips of Ugogo Helen Zille.
Ugogo Helen Zille. Gogo is the biggest, he can't even help it. It's the biggest, most respectful word in the mind of a black person. Gogo is the queen of a family. And even somebody as patronizing as Helen Zille, he called Ugogo.
Oh, you
Right?
think I'm finished? You think I'm finished? Don't you see all of these things that are open here? Just give me a second. Give me a second to get my thoughts organized. Where must I start? I mean, as usual, it was right in front of me. It was right in front of me. A black South African man who raised himself better than many people with parents around the world are raised. Many people with whole families around the world are raised. And he raised himself better than that. You better put some respect on the name of people such as Magazoli Mapimpi.
After the tackle from Wilson, beautiful hands from Marks Mapimpi. The triple hit for Lucanio.
That's the first try that we've ever scored in a World Cup final. And scored by possibly the player that has come from the most hopeless situation in the history of Springbok rugby.
Who was Makazola playing for that day?
No, he was playing, I think, obviously, he was playing for South Africa. And I think if you talk to him, I don't know, do you know the story about the jerseys? Of the, on the back of your numbers, you had to have family members. You can give him photos of family members. He only had photos of himself. Because he didn't have anybody else. And I say, why are you doing this? And he says he's got nobody. His brother died. His mom died there, his father, he doesn't have a photo. So he doesn't play for one thing. He's just got massive heart. Massive heart.
I've decided now that in honor of Magazoli Mapimpi, I will no longer be allowing comments in this comment section, because I will not allow the cheapening of his narrative by those who cannot recognize greatness. You guys keep coming for black South Africans. You keep coming, and the evidence to find is clearly so easy. It's so easy, it's right there in front of you. But you keep questioning what they've done. It would be more useful for you to question why you gotta question it. You knew those songs. You grew up with those songs I played earlier. I know you did. I've heard them when hanging out with you. Okay? What else? You know what? I'm not even going to pause this time. Let me see what else I've got lined up here. Oh yeah. I spoke about our women. We've got some of the bravest men in the world. Some of the toughest.
He's been really dangerous today. He's done it again. Gets away again. Now he fires the pass.
You don't know the caliber of men in this country, but right now we're focusing on the black guys. The black guys. What else do I have? Oh yeah. Religious institutions, religious people from all over the world stand in awe of black South Africans. They stand in awe. Okay? Let's see what has been said. I'm not sure why the universe wants me to come on this video that I hadn't planned, but this is an example of a phenomenal South African entrepreneur. I mean, you guys flock to conferences by Vusi, don't you? Vusi Tembe Kayo. Yeah. You flock there, don't you? You love him. Yeah, of course you do. He's one in a million. He's one in millions. So how do people around the world speak of black South Africans? I'm going to give an example from Bishop Desmond Tutu.
And then I want to say that for myself or any Archbishop of Canterbury to give a tribute to the Archbishop is like a mouse giving a tribute to an elephant.
A mouse giving a tribute to an elephant. And you know what? I can say that when you are insulting black South Africans, you're like a cockroach insulting an elephant. A cockroach insulting a whale. World leaders, how do they speak about black South African leaders? Come on.
Distinguished guests, it is a singular honor to be with you today, to celebrate a life like no other. To the people of South Africa, people of every race and every walk of life, the world thanks you for sharing Nelson Mandela with us. His struggle was your struggle. His triumph was your triumph. Your dignity and your hope found expression in his life, and your freedom Your democracy is his cherished legacy.
And this is what you guys keep putting us on trial for. Our freedom, our democracy, and our dignity. That's what frightens you about us. Because you can't accomplish it, I suppose. It's easy to hate. It's easy to hate on the great, isn't it? It's easy to hate.
Because he was a man who could have sought revenge, but instead he sought reconciliation. He was a man who could have and had every right to hate his oppressors, but instead he hated their policies. And he was a man who could have actually crushed his opponents with his power, but instead he chose to defeat them without ever dishonoring them.
And it is in the face of that greatness that you spit every time you patronize South Africans and our democracy and our standing together. That is your legacy, buddy. That is your legacy. Are you hating? Are you hating? Why are you hating? Why are you hating? This is a mirror, baby. What do you see in it? What do you see? Because it's easy to hate. It's easy to hate. What is right? What is right? Keep hating on black South Africans. What do the greatest minds in the world think? They may be imperfect. How perfect are you?
I just got back from filming in South Africa. That's an absolutely stunning country. And there is a beautiful philosophy. It's Ubuntu, that originated there. And it is the idea that humanity is based on the plural, not the singular. And Ubuntu means essentially, I am, because we are. And so I thank all of you. And I am, because you are.
South Africans, I am because you are. I know who taught me that. You see, some of the world's greatest minds stood in awe because one country had courage while presidents and armies cowered. 5 minutes ago. Not even. And actors and actresses around the world, some of the most famous people you've grown up watching, stood in awe of the evidence that was gained, the evidence that was put together by an excellent team. Person after person after person. You see, I've shown you how for more than a century they are able to hold their own. They are able to outclass the greatest. And you are coming for people who, in the midst of patronization, in the midst of the worst, can handle and have been handling anybody and everybody. You don't quite get it. You don't know what you're looking at.
Should prove to be most therapeutic for these savages. Might even bless them with a hint of civilization.
Have I meant to translate, my lord?
That won't be necessary, sir. We have so little in common, especially our concepts of human respect.
And as such, King Setshwayo then outclasses them. Of course, this was a time in which many people mistook infrastructure for civilization, and he just absolutely answers them with so much grace and dignity. That was manliness on a different level. I stand in awe.
So I've shown you people from all over the world inspired. I've shown you greatness in big and small ways. But all I've done is Google. Doesn't Google work at your house? Who's the moo-moo now? Who's the moo-moo now? Who? Who's the moo-moo now?
In South Africa. That's an absolutely stunning country. And there is a beautiful philosophy. It's Ubuntu, that originated there. And it is the idea that humanity is based on the plural, not the singular. And Ubuntu means essentially, I am, because we are.
I am because you are. But also, if you are to be on South African soil, there's a level of greatness to which we have become accustomed. There's a level of greatness which we have come to expect. And I fully recommend, moo or not, that you either level up or get out. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been Nuance with Nikki, the nitty gritty, even when it's so pretty.